Yeah, so I was over here on the back of my property, and I was on my dock looking out over the water, and I noticed all those bamboo shoots over there laying out over the water. And that wasn't like that about a week ago. So I decided to check it out. And over here on the far back corner of my property, look at all those bamboo shoots that are pulled down. And those are not dead. You can see all the green leaves on them. I guess maybe a couple of them are dead, but it's like they were pulled down. That's kind of creating this little pocket area here. So I'm like, well, that's even more weird. So I come to check it out. There's a clearing in the bamboo. You can see how thick it is there and how thick it is there. There's clearly an opening here. Now it gets even weirder. You got all these bamboo shoots that are broken and pushed down. And check it out, some of them still have green leaves on them. But they're just like laid out. There's like a little clearing over here. Now I don't know. I don't want to go through here. But I mean, I'm 5'8", 200 pounds. I could easily fit through this opening. That's like, what would cause that? That's not natural. Look. These are purposely laid here. That one, those are from my garden. You see the green twist ties? It's like something picked those up and put them over here. You got more of them over here. Like, what the hell is going on? It's almost like a den over here. And you've got this protected area. You can't make this out from the water. It's completely camouflaged. But you've got this whole clearing right here. Yeah, look, some of these pieces, like, that's cut from my garden too. You can see the green. So I've got a bunch of garden areas and a greenhouse and all that. And I was using some of these old bamboo sticks as supports for my plants. What the hell are they doing in here all of a sudden? That was not like that. Let me back out. So, on the bank of the water going that way, the bank continues on, and you've got a clearing over there. That's all covered by trees. Not sure what that's doing back here either. One of my bags of mulch. Looks like my next door neighbor's dock is collapsed. But at night sometimes I hear wood. Sounds like if somebody was knocking 2x4s together. And this is the first time I've come over here to look at this. But I'm wondering if something's been moving these boards from this old rotten dock. Been removing pieces or moving pieces around. You can see, look at that. There's actually pieces missing off of it. And there's pieces off to the side. But they're not covered in leaves like the rest of the dock is. Like those were just put there recently. Look at this one, completely bent over. Perfectly healthy bamboo shoot. Look at that, it's snapped off. Like something forcibly pulled this down. See that? It's not even split all the way. And that's a good sized bamboo shoot. I mean, I don't want to jump to conclusions. But this doesn't make sense. It's March 31st today. I've lived here since January 6th of this year. And when I bought this house, this was not like this. I'm wondering, see, I'm also afraid of alligators, but I know alligators wouldn't take these bamboo shoots and lay them down like this. I just don't. And you can tell something's been actively walking through here. I mean, it almost looks like footprints walking straight down. If you look closely, you've got, looks like footprint, 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 footprint. There's definitely a gator close by. I don't want to get myself in a position where I'm live bait, but I want to take a look. See, I can fit all the way in here. This is crazy. It's like burnt pieces of wood from out of my fire pit. That's exactly what that is. Charred pieces of wood from my fire pit. I'll show you in a minute where my fire pit is in relation to this. But look. So look at my foot. Let me zoom out. My foot compared to these footprints. Like if that's somebody's heel coming down right there, that's much bigger than my foot. I wear size 11. That's a pretty big foot. Bigger than that. Yeah, it's not cleared out over that way. It's all pulled down. But these are all laid out like a bed area here. Let me get out of here. I don't like being in here. Plus my sidearm keeps getting caught on this bamboo. But yeah, so pieces. Look, there's more. No, that's some of my planters, or bottoms of my planters. Some of my potted plants. You can see the soil. Look at this. That was a potted plant. So the closest burn pit that something or someone could have got charred wood from, I'll show you. You have to pass by the lake over here. See, I've got all these matted down leaves. These don't make any sense either, because if you look at them, there's no other plant like that around here. And look, they're even inside of this tree. Like something hung them there. They're wrapped completely around it. But this is all mashed down. Completely flattened path. That's all flattened down. And then there's the fire pit. So something would have to come through here. Either take that way around the tree or this way around the tree. You can see it's flattened down on both sides. Or, I mean, look, I've been here 3 months. This whole path here, nobody walks this path, okay? We don't have any reason to come over here, at least not right now, because that's all full of logs over that way from the previous owner, and I've got to get rid of those. But this is all matted down flat, like this is an active path. Now, I know deer come through here. And there is a game trail. Look, you can see all the logs. I mean, that whole area is just full of logs. We've got a very clear game trail going through the trees. Like I said, I've seen the deer over here, so I guess it could be attributed to them, but how did burnt wood get from there all the way? Look, you can't even see the bamboo from over here. Well, I guess you can. Just barely. It's hidden. Something's done a good job of hiding it. Now, I was going to tell you, when I first moved here, You know, everything was peaceful. I know we had animals. We had the deer visits. We get them every day, pretty much. But I was over there, just on the other side of that koi pond. I was over there grilling one night, and I've been out there grilling almost every night. I mean, that's kind of a staple for me. I heard like a tree knock sound. Now, the first time I heard it was coming from over this way, and I didn't think anything of it. I mean, I'm used to hearing sounds, sticks will fall, whatever. Well, this was like 9:30 at night, so squirrels and birds and all that aren't really active then. But I just figured whatever, just a noise. Went inside the house for something, probably drink or whatever. Come back out maybe 5-10 minutes later, and as soon as I come down the steps and go back to the grill, it was a distinct knock. And immediately when I heard it, I was like, okay, that was deliberate. And it was coming from this area over here. And I can't find anything over here that would give me any evidence of what that was. I mean, there's small twigs on the ground, but there's no large pieces of wood. There's no dead, hollow trees standing up that a deer antler could knock against and make that sound. But the next morning, when I came out here to investigate, I noticed that this piece of wire fencing was stretched out over on this side. Now, that piece of wire fence was over there by that tarp previously. So something dragged that piece of the wire fence. I haven't picked that up yet, but there's a Ziploc bag, and there's a grout, what do you call it? A thing for smoothing out grout, whatever that's called. I forget, but the wire fence was pulled out. Those things were pulled out from that pile. And then these pieces of wire fence, those, I don't remember those being there. It's possible, I guess, that they were. But the fact that I noticed it right away, it's like, hey, why are those in that particular spot? I had wire fencing over there in that pile that I don't see there anymore. That one's completely stretched out, pulled off to the side. And these are stacked here, right in between these two trees. Does not make any sense to me at all. But just thought I would share that with you. Oh, I forgot to mention too. There's my chicken coop. You can probably see the chickens in there. If you were something that liked to eat chickens, and you wanted to pick a spot where you could hide out and stalk your prey, that spot in the bamboo is straight through there. You can actually, not sure if you can see it, but it's straight through there. You have the bamboo pieces coming down, that's the opening. So if something was hiding in there, looking this direction, it would have a clear view to the entire chicken coop, all sides of it. There's that clearing right in there. Also, last thing, So this greenhouse is giving me the creeps since a month ago, because when I bought the house, when I bought the property, the greenhouse was in good shape. The door was in good shape, everything latched or whatever. I come out here to put some plants out, and I noticed the door no longer latches. I actually have to use this metal spike to hold it shut, because all of a sudden it doesn't close right. And this striker here, or whatever you call this little part of the latch, that's the striker, sorry. This part of the latch is like chipped off. Like something pulled the hell out of this. The whole thing is out of alignment now. Like something pulled on that so hard that it just got it all out of shape, and that won't shut anymore. And like I said, that was perfectly fine in January. And I'm thinking the people that used to live here, they used to grow all kinds of food. They had all kinds of plants, vegetables, or whatever in this greenhouse. So if something's been here for a while, it would definitely know to look here first. So I thought it was interesting that one of my neighbors that lives down the street, he stops by every once in a while and asks me how it's going, asks me about the gardening or whatever, asks me about the lake, because I've been working on cleaning out the lake. And we got to talking, and he was talking about scaring off the deer. And I said, hey, yeah, I should get some of those silhouette, Sasquatch silhouettes. He's got him and the two other neighbors around the loop at the end of the road here have like plywood cutouts painted black. They're Sasquatch silhouettes. And I said, yeah, I should put some of those around to scare away the deer, right? That's probably, he looked at me and he's like, well, that won't work on deer. And I said, well, why do you have them there? Is it like a joke? And he's like, that's not a joke. Now he tells me that the guy that lives next to him put one up because he had heard that if Sasquatch sees a shadow of another one, or what it perceives to be another one, that it will initially try to stay away from that area, because they're very territorial. They're not pack animals, right? So if it sees one, or thinks it sees one, it'll try to just stay away from that spot and find its own way. And he says they put them out to keep them from bothering with their animals and getting in their yard at night. I thought that was kind of weird, because I had never talked to him about that subject before. I'm not one, like I said, I'm not one to jump to conclusions about things like that. But the fact that I've been having the stuff happen here that's been happening, and then he tells me basically that they believe there's activity going on in this area, and we're in the swamp area. I mean, look at it around here. I mean, we're like, you can hear alligators in the background. We're out in the middle of nowhere. Okay. What am I supposed to think? What would you think? So yeah, I just thought I'd share that. I'd like to get your opinion. What do you think's going on here? See ya.